All right. We got another one from Don't Tell Comedy.
Okay. Don't tell comedy.
Yeah.
What we got?
This is Gastor Almonte. NYC rats are built different.
Okay. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, man. First time for Almonte.
Yeah.
And
I've heard stories
Oh yeah.
about the sewer rats.
Yeah, man. We would have never got what's Mutant Ninja Turtles? We would
Ninja
never
Turtles.
had that.
Master Splinter.
Master Splinter. There you go, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a historic New York rat. You know what I mean? That may be a true story in some way. You know?
This is a horror story. Do you ever see Master Splinter shoot on sight?
But nah, man, yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos in New York and a lot of different places, and why are there a lot of rats there? I mean, is it
It's
a lot of people?
waste. Yeah, a lot of waste. It's on an island,
Interesting. Yeah. I think it's too hot down here in Texas for like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's like field rats and shit and mice and shit, but
Yeah.
I think it's just the close association of the shit. You know what I'm saying?
We got mosquitoes.
Yeah, definitely. All right, man. Let's
Right. All right, here we go.
I'm from East New York, Brooklyn. I didn't realize my neighborhood was sketchy till 2 weeks ago. I went to my local 7-Eleven. When I walked through the door, the cashier greeted me by yelling out, "Don't be stupid." You understand what I'm saying? I went into this place of business, his company training kicked in. His automated response, the best way to maximize this sale was to greet me with "Don't be stupid." He can't do that on his own. He had to talk to a manager, you know? "Yo, boss, I love working here. I like wearing black and green shirts. But I've noticed greeting the customer with 'Welcome to our store' isn't effective when the customer's wearing a ski mask, you know? We gotta look at other options." He saw I was just a regular dude. I put my stuff on the register. I was like, "Yo, my man, why were you so aggressive when I walked in?" And he was like, "Oh, because people have been stupid before." I was like, "Yeah, I gathered that, you know? Can I ask, has the ratio of stupid to non-stupid interactions decreased since you've implemented this change?" He said, "Admittedly, no. Same amount of stupid. Same amount of stupid." I said, "Okay, so why do you keep doing it?" He was like, "Oh, because now when they act stupid and I respond accordingly, they can't say it was a surprise." Then I went home and bought as many shares of 7-Eleven stock as possible. You know? I believe in this company's future, the culture they're building. They're doing innovative things, you know? Look into it for your portfolios. I made a few New Year's resolutions this year. They are not going to plan. First was to get healthier. Second was to spend more time with family. My kid brother is a workout fiend and he just moved out of my parents' house, so I hang out with him as like a 2-for-1. He was like, "Yo, come see my new place. I live downstairs in this building in Brooklyn." I said, "Cool." I showed up. And I can't stress to you how far underground my brother lives today. I went down so many stairs, yo. Like at one point the walls turned into mud. You know? I just started yelling, "Gabriel, I haven't seen a window in 4 floors. Where are you taking me? Are you captive right now? Are you free to leave?" We get to his apartment dungeon. And he's like, "Yo, before we work out, I'm gonna show you how to eat right too. I'm gonna make you a smoothie." He starts putting oat milk, chia seeds, protein powder, blueberries. In the excitement, he accidentally knocks it over, it spills on the floor. And before he could clean up, a mouse runs across, grabs a blueberry, goes into hiding. And I'm never going back there again. He don't get my fear. I told him, in New York, your mice live your life. What you do, they do. So when you out here doing P90X, they doing P90X. I seen how big the mice get in my house with random crumbs, and you feed them oat milk, chia seed, protein powder, blueberries. Have you tried capturing a mouse that gets more antioxidants than you do? It's not a fair fight. I have been attacked 3 times this month by a rat. And I'm starting to wonder, when should I take ownership, you know? When is it about me? Having the same way every time a rat in front of my building jumped off the trash can to my face. I watched the security footage, very humbling, very humbling. But I'm getting ready for the next match, so I'm studying the tapes. Know your enemy, Mamba mentality, you know? I learned a few things. One, I think it's the same rat every time. Mainly because he keeps missing to my left. I think he has a hamstring problem. He's not stretching before the game. Over family dinner, I was venting to my wife about my recent issues. I was like, yo, shorty, I don't want the mice from Gabriel's place to talk to the rats from our building, you know? Let the local rodent community think I'm Mark, you know? And my son jumped in, he was like, yo, Dad, you got nothing to worry about. I don't know if you noticed, mice and rats can't communicate, they're different species. And he didn't realize that I was learning that right then, okay? I thought mice and rats were the same thing, you know? Like, there's not more you laughing because you're learning this right now. I get it. I thought mice were baby rats. I thought the mice stayed home, the rats went out to work. You know, they earned the cheese, they put in the hours. They in the union, you know? I've taken the train with good rats, solid people. Family oriented, you know? When my son told me that, I told him everything I just told y'all. And I watched him go from like, yo, Dad is silly to like genuinely concerned. Like, are we okay as a family? He's in charge of the mortgage, you know? Someone should check his work. One of my other resolutions this year was to be more empathetic and understanding of my wife. We've been married a long time. We don't see eye to eye on everything, but I think that's okay, you know? Like, let me ask y'all a question. Let's say you driving and you can't swerve and you have to run over a mouse. You keep going, right? Let's say you driving, you can't swerve, and you hit a dog. You gotta come out and check on the dog, right? So I guess my question is, what's your animal line? What are you okay hitting and continuing with your day? Everybody got one. Raccoon is interesting. I like that one. In spirit, I'm with you, but like I see myself in them because we wear similar glasses, you know? I hear you though. Squirrels is good. Yeah, fuck squirrels. They could all go. You know what's something I could say sincerely? No squirrel has ever added value to my life. They could disappear tomorrow. I would feel exactly the same. Now, I'll tell y'all what happened. I was driving, you know, my wife, Shorty, she was shotgun, and I hit a cat. That was creepy, okay? But she got so mad at me, yo. She didn't talk to me the rest of the night. She didn't realize that I was just as mad at her, though. Because we've been married 15 years, and she was just learning this about me. I've been hitting cats for years, yo. This was not my first rodeo, you know what I mean? And I want to be clear, I'm not out here aiming for cats, okay? Your pet cat is safe at home, I promise you. By the same token, if I'm honest, I drove here today from East New York, Brooklyn. And if you would have put a cat in front of my car, every block of that drive, I promise you, I would have been on time for the show. Nothing would have changed in your night or mine. Bottom of my heart, yo. Like when I got here, I might have been like, yo, that was a strange amount of cats today, you know? Otherwise, the show will go on, I promise you. And my wife, She didn't realize why I was mad. I'm proud of us as a couple. We've raised 2 awesome kids together, and I feel like we're good parents together because we disagree on this issue. You need both. Like when my kids are down, I want someone to console them, pick them up, let them know everything's okay. But someone has to make sure that things get done. Like last year, I drove both of my kids to school every day and they both had perfect attendance. But they've seen me hit other cats, you understand? Like, they know the price of success. You know? Honor roll is roughly 1 cat a month for future parents in the room. I used to be a retail furniture store manager. I feel like everybody should work retail once. Mainly because it teaches you about the best and worst in people. My favorite customer ever showed me the best and worst in people at the same time. This guy came in the store one day, he was like, yo, I want to return my mattress. I said, sure, boss, how long have you had it for? He said, 7 years. Best and worst in people, right? The worst of people wasting me and my employees' time returning a 7-year-old mattress. But the best in people, to believe that it was possible, you know? Dream that dream, that's beautiful. We need more of that in this world, you know? Now I'm the manager, I was supposed to dismiss this guy, send him away. But as a human, I want to know what moves you, you know? How dare you try to fly that close to the sun, you know? So I asked him, I was like, yo, my man, what's wrong with the mattress? And he was like, oh, I got bed bugs. I was like, let's recap, homie. Just so I'm understanding you, you think we sold you a mattress 7 years ago that came with stealth bed bugs? That were waiting for their day to strike, and today was that day. And he looked at me, he was like, that's exactly what I'm saying, sir. He doubled down on that bullshit, yo. I looked at him, I was like, listen, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. You've changed me as a person. I'm forever different going forward. But I can't give you a new mattress. And he looked at me, he was like, listen, man, 1 or 2 things are gonna happen here. Either you are gonna give me a new mattress, or I'm gonna give you bed bugs. Then he reached inside his jacket, pulled out a mason jar full of bed bugs. He shook it a little bit so I could hear the cap is loose. The stakes are real. I've tried my whole life ever since to be like that man. Picture how his day started, Joe. He's at home, tired as hell, itchy as shit, and he can't sleep. He needs a new mattress, can't afford to buy one. What can I do? Then he looked around his room and used the tools at his disposal to create his own solution. That's the American dream. And I tell you this, I don't know where you are in your life. Clearly you're doing okay. You got money to buy tickets for a comedy show. I think that's beautiful. But if things change one day and you need to rob somebody, consider using a mason jar full of bed bugs. Hope you guys have a good night. Peace.
Did he get a new bed? I'd have called the police.
Oh,
If I was a manager, security, fucking bed bugs.
A jar of them.
Knock that shit out of his hand and tackle his ass. You gonna threaten me with some bed bugs, nigga. You better have a weapon, because you're about to get your ass whooped.
Oh, man, that's stupid, man. Jesus.
This nigga.
Oh, man. I knew you were talking about the rats, man. So they jump off the buildings
Oh my god.
to your face and shit.
Couldn't imagine having rats that aggressive. What the hell's going on?
All right.
It's like
They
Joe's
eat the
apartment,
chili.
but with rats, not roaches. Roaches.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The rats are running him.
They eat everything that you eat. And then you're on protein. They're on protein.
For real. If they up in your crib,
Oh,
they enjoy
man.
what you enjoy.
Yeah, man.
Man.